I'm Shiny Surendran. I'm a sports nutritionist with 20 years of work experience. And here I am today to discuss about vegan diets. See, during the pandemic situation, all of us have realized the importance of good health. And people have suddenly started exercising more often and then eating healthy. All this is happening. And then sometime last year, there was this documentary which really increased the interest of vegan diets or plant diets big time. So that's the Game Changers documentary that we have all seen in Netflix. Okay, so this entire thing about vegan diets started when famous sports people started following it. So be it a cricketer or be it a tennis champion, there was quite a lot of interest about vegan diets. Now, what exactly is a vegan diet? It's about, we've all heard about vegetarians, right? These are people who do not eat any animal food, but they continue to take dairy products, which is actually from an animal source. But as far as vegans are concerned, they don't take any of the dairy products completely. They eat only plant products, so which means they take only kind of soy milk, and then they take plant protein like almond milk, rice milk, flax, hemp. These are the kind of sources that they look at, and they do not take any kind of dairy products. So the most common dairy products that we all use are curd, paneer, cheese, and of course a whole lot of Indian sweets, if you look at, will have some form of dairy in it. So all these products are completely off in this diet. And vegan, you will also see that as a sports nutritionist, I've seen a lot of athletes who are vegans, and they're absolutely fine with it as long as they're getting a completely balanced vegan diet. Okay? So now, how is it healthy and what are the benefits that you get? See, as a private practitioner, what I've seen is there were times that people had psoriasis or eczema, or they also had quite a lot of bloating and gas, and they were struggling quite hard to actually get a six-pack or a slim waist and all that. But what happened is when they gave up dairy products and then when they switched over to a completely vegetarian plan, the results came much faster. But again, there are the downsides also. When you're not taking professional help, what really happens is a lot of people do it their own way, and then there's plenty of information on the internet, and some actually get quite confused. So if you're trying to ape a Western diet, now what happens is you go around scouting for avocados or berries, nut butters, macadamia, resin nuts and all that. And then what happens is the cost factor that comes in, and some people actually give up midway. So the good news is you can do a South Indian vegan diet and absolutely at ease. It's not something that is quite difficult. It's really easy. So the idea is to just avoid any kind of dairy products and then making sure that one takes a B12 supplement. See, vitamin B12 is something that's present only in animal foods. So even if one is a vegetarian but continues to take milk, curd, paneer and cheese, they will get B12 because they're using dairy products. But when it is a vegan, they won't get B12 at all. And if there is a deficiency, they feel extremely tired. There could be anemia. They have a lot of nerve-related damage, and if it prolongs, it can be quite irreversible. So anyone who plans to go on a vegan diet, make sure that you're taking a B12 supplement. But one best thing will be to go meet a doctor and get all your blood parameters checked, and then make sure that everything is corrected by taking a supplement. So there are pure vegan supplements as well. So the Indian market is flooded with a lot of products, and you don't have to worry about it at all. Okay, so this is one aspect to remember when you go vegan. So why is it beneficial? Why is it that a lot of people are switching over? So there are times when people are switching over because of a moral, ethical reason, or when they are so much into sustainable living. So that also happens. So when people do it for those kind of reasons, the reason is really big and strong. They're trying to do something or contribute something towards the environment and trying to reduce the carbon footprint. So all of that aspect comes in. And people are very passionate about it. That's why they switch over. They're ready to give up their favorite curd and milk products or any kind of sweets which come along. So the main thing is, this could be one of the reasons. Another factor could be something would have shaken up. What if a person is an animal rights activist and is very passionate about protecting animals and they don't want to hurt animals? So they become vegans, and then at some point they also realize dairy products are in their diet and they want to quit that as well, and that's a transition to veganism happens. Okay, and trust me, there are world famous athletes, there are ultramarathon runners, cricketers, tennis players, a whole range of people who are vegans, and they're doing extremely well in this sport as well. So there's absolutely no compromise on nutrients, on health, as long as you're working alongside a qualified nutritionist or a dietitian. Okay, this is very important. And the risk for heart disease or stroke or any high cholesterol issues and overweight, all of these issues are sorted when you switch over to a vegan diet. Okay? So if you're doing veganism by choice, these are the benefits that you get to see. And it's really remarkable. In fact, in my private practice, what I noticed was there was a gentleman who had diabetes for close to 15 years and his HbA1c was somewhere around 10.6. Okay, so the normal is to keep it anywhere around 6 to 7, but this gentleman had very high diabetes. And you won't believe, the only thing that I experimented with him was requesting him to avoid dairy products, but I asked him to continue with the rest of the diet with a lot of plant food and all that. You won't believe, in the next 2 months what had happened is his sugar levels drastically dropped, and then also his HbA1c, when we checked after 3 months, was back to normal. So that was the kind of impact that one really got to see. And there is so lot of anecdotes that I can share. People who have healed themselves of psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis, when they actually skip dairy. Another most important advantage is there are clients who used to work out for 3-4 hours in the gym and still couldn't get their six-pack on a very slim base. And when we checked, it was actually a gluten or a lactose intolerance. And the ones who had lactose intolerance, the best was actually switching over to a vegan protein powder. So instead of whey protein powder, they chose plant protein or peas protein. And you should just see the results that came. So it was like fabulous, mind-blowing. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is there are positives to it. Okay, a lot of positives. What are the downsides? So if you're not working with a qualified professional, there are very good chances that you're not getting a balanced diet, and you could end up with a lot of micronutrient deficiencies. You could feel sleepy all the time. You could develop anemia. There could be severe hair loss and a whole lot of things. So the best would be, if you choose to become a vegan, go meet a doctor. Another factor is go meet a qualified dietitian or a nutritionist and go ahead and reap the benefits. So I hope you have a fair idea of what I was trying to say, the pros and cons of veganism. There are a lot of benefits. Definitely it's a great way to go. And these are things that should happen out of your own free will and not because it's talked about in the media in a big way these days. Okay? So I hope you have this information which will be useful. So let me give you my top 5 favorite vegan dishes. The first one, I would say adai or pestet. Okay? Adai is very, very popular in the south. So it's a lentil dosa. So in the north you might call it as a mungal dosa. Okay? So it's just a crepe or it's a dosa, which is prepared with a whole lot of yellow lentils and a little bit of rice is added for the crispy texture. So this is like very healthy, and this is usually consumed with any chutney or with avial. That's a dish which is a mixed vegetable curry. Okay. Another one is of course the pestet too. Andhra people eat this. So this is a green gram dosa, which we call as sabut moong in Hindi. And this has quite a lot of fiber and B-complex vitamins and everything. So this is just soaked in water for a few hours, and then this is ground along with some spices like ginger and all that, and also some onion, and then a green color dosa is what is prepared. Now this is usually eaten with a little bit of upma, which comes in as a stuffing, or else just the plain pestle too is consumed with ginger chutney. Having this lentil dosa or else the pestle too, right? This can be quite heavy for some, and they could actually or the individual could feel a little bit of heaviness or gasiness, or the indigestion could set in. So the best will be to consume it with ginger chutney. Now this is a fantastic combination, and this is like so complete as a dish in itself. Okay. This one. The next thing, of course, is the chia pudding. So soaked chia seeds or sabja seeds. You must have had faluda or jigarganda, right? These are drinks which are quite popular, and you will see these seeds which are added to it. So the soaked sabja seeds or chia seeds can be taken. Then add just a little bit of almond milk or coconut milk, whichever nut milk that you prefer. Then any seasonal fruits you can add to it, and you can consume it just like that. In case you want, you can add a little bit of flaxseed or some pumpkin seeds as well. But chia seed itself gives you quite a lot of the goodness of seeds. So you don't need any additional food items. So basically it's just the nut milk, soaked chia, and then any seasonal fruit. and probably you can garnish it with a little bit of coconut scraping, and you have this wonderful dish. This can be eaten either as a snack, especially in the evening when you're ravenous. I think this is a go-to dish. That would be fantastic. So you can try that as well. The third thing is dry fruit laddus. So any kind of seeds, nuts, and then a little bit of dates and some jaggery. You can make these laddus. These are absolutely nutritious. And being a sports nutritionist, I recommend this all the time because the kind of products that you get in the market has liquid glucose, and liquid glucose is not something that I would recommend on a daily basis. It will be great if you can prepare one at home itself and make these laddus or granola bars at home with some oats and all that, and consume this whenever you need, before a run or perhaps soon after a workout if you're hungry. This will be your very ideal snack, and that's like awesome and absolutely nutritious and completely vegan. Another factor is that, of course, the fourth dish that I can think of is dokla or kandvi. Dokla, as you all know, or the kandvi is made with besan or gram flour, and this is very nutritious. It has all the goodness of the dal, and then of course it's like steamed, so it's absolutely healthy. And this is eaten along with either a meeta chutney, which is the tamarind date chutney, which is rich in iron, and it also gives the tanginess. Or also you can have it with green chutney, which is mint coriander chutney with a little bit of chili in it. So this is like super healthy. Dokla with a green chutney or else kandvi with any meeta chutney would be fabulous. The fifth dish that I would pick is a sprout salad. Okay, green gram sprouts, or it could be alfalfa sprouts, any of the sprouts, and then add seasonal fruits to it, and then also a little bit of vegetables like colored bell peppers, or else could be carrots. Okay, and also a little bit of coriander leaves. So adding all these herbs is like really good, and plus you could just add some seed mixture. Okay, so mix up all the seeds, add 1 spoon of that. You can also add some microgreens to it and toasted sesame seeds to it. And if you eat just this one bowl of the sprout salad, this is like super delicious and a complete meal by itself. You can actually eat this instead of a meal, and then just see over a period of 2 to 3 weeks, you'll really see your complexion glowing and you won't have any constipation issues. And this is going to be like so delicious and filling, and you would want to keep this at least for one meal all through. Okay, so these are my top 5 picks. Hope you have made your own list, and you might also want to try what I suggested. Check it out and reap the benefits. Thank you. So are vegan foods expensive? This is one of the main concerns for a lot of people who choose to become vegan, and sometimes they back off because of the cost factor involved in it. It's not expensive at all. So let me give you an idea. See, the main thing is the kind of health benefits that you will reap when you go on a vegan plan. When you're going to focus quite a lot on plant foods, what will happen is the amount of fruits and vegetables and all that you're going to eat. Of course, there is a cost which is associated with it. And if you choose to have a lot of organic foods, chemical free, in fact the toxins and all that will be much lesser. And when you choose to eat something like that, what happens is the medical bills, which you would otherwise incur, would actually come down drastically. You only have to look at, just imagine, if you were to go to a hospital to get some kind of blood test or anything done, there is a cost factor that's involved. In case there are some investigations where you have to take some scan or something, there is extra expenses as well, or a surgery. Now, chronic diseases, these are diseases which develop over a period of time, right? But if only you could understand the benefits of making lifestyle changes, and every single day the kind of meal that you are eating is actually going to heal you and nourish you. And food is something which can heal you of any kind of major diseases. If only you do it right. If you get food, the right kind of exercise, ample sunlight, if you drink adequate water, and if there is movement, activity or structured exercise, the benefits are excellent. Okay? And the kind of money that you're going to put into this or invest in good quality food is going to outweigh all the costs that's going to come if you were to fall sick. Okay? So if you look at that, this is nothing at all. Another factor is being vegan is not fancy, it's not going to be expensive. You just have to choose what is available in your district or in your city or town. Okay, let me give you a very simple example. If you're in the north of India or south or east or west, you can still be vegan. All that you need to avoid is, of course, the animal products and of course the dairy products completely. So wherever you find dairy, so it could be curd or else the rasgulla, or the peda or any kind of payasam or kheer, there will be a lot of milk that's added. Just replace that with nut milk. The easiest nut that you will find is the coconut. So use coconut milk for any of this, and that's it, job done. Okay? Or you can also extract milk out of peanuts, or it can even be ragi or any of those millets. Okay? So there are options like that available. And ragi is not expensive. Ragi, jowar, bajra, rice, all these can be part of a vegan diet. And then including dals. Dals again, we use it every day for sambar, or else we make dal and consume it with chapatis. So that's not expensive at all. If you were to compare it with medicines that you want to buy on a monthly basis, and then if you were to calculate the number of months you will take it, or the number of years that you're going to take it, that's going to be like way too much. Okay? So being a vegan is not expensive at all. And in case you can't afford nuts like almonds or walnuts and all that, go ahead and take peanuts. Okay? And have sesame seeds, have groundnuts, have cucumber melon seeds. So these are things that is easily available, and it's definitely not expensive, and you can actually see a whole lot of benefits coming through just by focusing on the right kind of food. And also you should understand how much to eat, what to eat, how often to eat. So if you get this formula right, you're sorted for life. You just need to focus on these aspects. So what to eat, how much to eat, how often to eat, and exactly tailoring or custom making the food according to your body type and also according to your nutritional or fitness goals, so that you exactly know what to have for each of the meals, and also when you're traveling and all of that. Okay, so get this sorted, and then you will see the great benefits that comes through just by following a plant-based diet.